Does this on button need to be on? Yeah, I should have brought a mic stand too. Check 1 2. 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 Check 1 2.
And Steve, look at the large French poodles coming down the road. Protect that candy.
That's right. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. This is Gary Neehans and Steve Lay. And Steve Lay.
This is Gary Neehans. Oh, yeah. Oh, and Steve Lay.
Yeah, there you go. That's not too bad of a delay, huh?
That's because it's coming back out, back into the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can turn it down. We're steaming now.
All right. Let's hope he didn't have the volume up.
Bum, 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 bum. One thing that you can do when the parade gets underway and the
Yeah. Go ahead.
military contingent come by.
Yeah.
I know the army.
All right. So do you hear me? Check 1 2. It'll be a 10-second delay. Check 1 2. All right. I did hear me. Yep. That sounds good. All right.
And all of a sudden they open their, throw open their shirts to get warm.
I'm going to turn the microphone switch off until I call you back. So then that way you can still do community calendar and everything. Yeah, let's do that. And what we'll do like you and I do, where once you start talking, I'll hang the phone up. That way, I'll be able to hear you start. All right, sounds good. Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm. Yeah. Will we have? We'll be able to hear him.
Him? No.
No. Okay. No. Dan said
Well, I
we.
mean, yeah, actually, we
Well,
can do that. I'll turn on the radio.
here. Hold on. I'm going to give you Dan.
Yeah, I'll turn on the radio here, and we'll just listen for you to say go, and then they can go. Okay.
And it'll probably be like a 10-second delay, like it always is.
No, it won't be that long. It'll be a 10-second delay for him.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. I'll call you back. What time should I call him back, Gary?
I'd say 10:45.
I'll call you back at 11:45.
I mean 11:40.
All right. Bye.
Because I don't think
We're past 10:45. I'm already late
That's
calling
true.
him.
Like, you can just look at the road when you start seeing police
Yeah,
cars.
when we start seeing the police,
Yeah.
and they'll have
Good. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? All right, I'm going to hand the microphone over to Gary, since he is the subject matter expert here. Gary, say hi.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. 1, 2, 3.
Since we got the radio on, I'm just going to hang up and let you do the intro. And then, like I said, if you don't hear us right away, it's because we're delayed. So. All right, thanks, Donnie. Bye. 2 minutes, Gary.
All right.
I'll cue you when we're going. Even more better. Can you hold this for a second? Don't crumple it. Look what you did. Oh, I had it ironed and everything. Thank you, ma'am. Hi, Gary. That's all I'm gonna do.
No.
I'll be Dan and say, so what do you think of the parade? I'll go, it's nice. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 2 words every time you have me.
Okay.
I mean, Veterans Day is not too bad. Memorial Day, You only have one that goes crazy? I got a whole bunch of them. Okay, I get it. You're getting free stuff. Good for you. Good for you. Oh well. All right.
And good morning. Welcome in from downtown Waynesville to KFBD's coverage of the 2022 Waynesville St. Robert Area Chamber of Commerce Veterans Day Parade. It's your honor, and we can see the parade start to our west here as they march toward us to the downtown Waynesville area. Gary Canance along with Steve Law. And Steve, who would have thunk that today would have been a nice day for the parade after all the rain we had and cold weather this morning?
You know, I was wearing shorts yesterday, and today I have a stocking cap on. I like the change of weather every once in a while, but not today.
There's nothing that prevents you from wearing shorts today, though.
You are right. Dan's wearing shorts. There's some other people wearing shorts. I see that. Should we talk about our sponsors?
Yes, tell us the people who are sponsoring our broadcast.
Well, the Veterans Day Parade today is brought to you in part by Gasco Sage Electric and G-Tech Fiber High-Speed Internet. Also the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, St. Robert Family Dental, Two Blondes Salon, Action Automotive of St. Robert, the Bank of Missouri, Bell's Extended Stay of St. Robert, Judy's Place in Devil's Elbow, Life Care Center of Waynesville, Paul's Furniture in St. Robert, and Rolla Post Pond in St. Robert, and St. Robert Auto Supply. Those are our sponsors for today, and we thank them for sponsoring this Veterans Day Parade as we hear the sounds of the 399th Army Band coming down the road.
And as the parade approaches, we will have probably the Chief of Police of Waynesville
Cordova, who will be in that car, I'm thinking, and then the Port Leonard Wood Joint Service Color Guard after that in the 399th Army Band.
Great band. Excellent band. Not as good as they were back in the early 15s and stuff like that, but they're still good. I'm just kidding.
Full disclosure here, Steve used to play with the 399th Army Band.
I did 5 years, and it was always. I remember doing this Veterans Day parade from 2010 to 2015, and it was always such an honor to do this. And we had some beautiful days, and we had some snowy days, and today is one of those days. It's beautiful, a little chilly, but it's still nice.
It is still nice. I don't believe where we're broadcasting from that the crowds are as large as they have been and were the last time that we broadcast. But as I look toward downtown Waynesville, it seems to be quite a few people who are there.
I think the closer we get to downtown Waynesville, the bigger the crowd is. We're kind of in the middle area where it's kind of sparse. But the weather might have chased some of them out. But you're right, as you get closer to downtown Waynesville, it's pretty packed. But here by the Waynesville Public Library, we still have people, and it's still a nice crowd today. And the band is playing one of their songs right now.
And we'll get to hear it as they get a bit closer. And they're just doing what? The drum beats right now to the march?
Oh, yes. I'm trying to figure out. It sounds like it might be the services medley. The armed services medley is what they're doing.
And that's with the Port Leonard Wood Joint Service Color Guard. And they have the flags of the various departments of the military here. I can see, of course, the USA flag, but I can see the Marine Corps flag among that. And actually, the Marine Corps had their 247th birthday yesterday.
Was it 47? Yeah, because it's almost 250 now. Yep. It was 247 yesterday. So happy birthday, Marine Corps.
And now we can hear the music from the 399th Army Band.
And it sounds great. They look great. They're in their ACUs, and they're marching proud as always. And the Joint Color Guard looks wonderful. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can see this, and if you're not watching this on YouTube, you can't see it.
Waynesville police car leading the parade right now. We'll see if Dan Cordova is in the car there. They're waving to us right now. The Color Guard now marching by our location in downtown Waynesville along the city route, and here is the 399th Army Band. And now the parade marshal is passing in front of us. That would be Ed Conley, who of course served in the military many years for the city of Waynesville as assistant police chief, and also he is a city councilman at the time.
These are beautiful. We got the truck sponsored by Lowe's Chevrolet and Seeger Toyota, and it looks like we got the sergeants majors and other people in these vehicles.
State Representative Bill Hardwick driving by.
The City of Waynesville truck.
And there we have Sean Wilson. We'll wave to him, the Mayor Pro Tem of St. Robert. He's going to throw us candy. Go out and get it, Steve. Next up, we have the Port Leonard Wood Command Group, Major General Bonner, and it looks like Mrs. Bonner in there. As they roll by, they have the Pulaski County Sheriff, and we assume Jimmy Bench is in that truck, and I believe it is. I can't see his silhouette. Oh, yeah. Waves to us as it goes by.
You know, Gary, I noticed you interview Sean Wilson every week, right? Yes. Well, is that why he threw us candies that are called Airheads?
Oh, come on. I can't answer that. Well, let's see what we have coming up next. The Waynesville St. Robert Area Chamber of Commerce and Rosalind. Oh, they're throwing us candy. Where did Steve go? Hi, Cecilia. And Rosalind Pride is in there, and some other members of the Chamber of Commerce. Now, this is what I want to be riding in. And let's see who, if I do have information of who this would that be Gene Newkirk in that? I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. That might be, we'll figure it out here, perhaps. Another truck going by, the Disabled American Veterans Association taking part in the parade today and celebrating Veterans Day here. And next up, we have, I think, the Ambassador Club of the Chamber of Commerce rolled by a little bit earlier.
So how far along are we here?
Well, let's see. That is the American, this is Disabled American Vets.
Okay, the DAV Chapter 49.
Yeah, this is the second vehicle.
And I think after that we've got the American Legion.
I think this is the thrift store of the Disabled American Veterans on Highway 17 North in Waynesville.
And coming up after them, looks like we have the American Legion Post 3176 should be coming by. A lot of vehicles in this one, and it's kind of nice because with the cold weather, I guess people don't want to be out walking.
And we get a break from probably in a few minutes from calling, describing the parade, because I see some motorcycles getting ready to go by, and they will be loud, perhaps, if they.
They might be. Yes.
They might be.
Yes.
Here is the city of St. Robert.
Now we heard from Connor that we might be buffering a little bit, but we'll keep the parade coming a little bit as we go along. But we're enjoying the parade here in downtown Waynesville. It's the annual Veterans Day Parade on 97.9 The Source, brought to you in part by Two Blonde Salon and Action Automotive of St. Robert and the Bank of Missouri.
The American Legion Riders right now, as you may or may not hear them, they're keeping their sound down quite a bit. We want them to open it up.
They have some motorcycles, but they also have some of those Spider riders, which are the three-wheelers, and those are kind of cool looking. I like those. That's the kind of motorcycle I would ride, because otherwise I'd fall right over on my side.
And here we go. Now, here are motorcycle riders. They may be with a different group. I'm not sure. One of them has a cross on display in the back. Do you think it's the same group?
Yeah, I think this is all the same group. Like I said, some of them are riding on two-wheelers, some are riding on three-wheelers. And behind them we have our first float of the parade. Looks like it's from one of the POW MIA flag is flying there as well, and it looks like it's the Rotary Club. Is that right? Is that what that flag is there?
It might be. VFW Post 3176 is taking part in this parade, but no sign there to indicate. Now I do see American Legion women.
The American Legion Missouri Women 1783. That's the Mid-Missouri chapter of the American Legion Missouri Women's Veterans.
Are you pulling that number out of air?
It says right there. American Legion Post 1783.
Howdy. Oh, we get a flag. Oh, great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And I get a flag. Thank you.
Bless your heart. Thank you.
All the time, these vehicles, as they go by, are throwing candy out to the children, and there are quite a few children along the parade route.
Including you and I.
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that.
The Veterans Day Parade is always one of my favorite parades because it really does, it helps us to remember everyone who has served, and I think it's an important thing that we keep this day in mind once a year. The American Legion coming by right now, and we have a lot of obviously with Fort Leonard Wood in the area, we have a lot of veterans that are represented today, and they're proud to be in part of in this parade.
Mid-Missouri Women's Vets, and we have the commander of Post 3176 going by right now. And some more motorcycle.
Lots and lots of motorcycles. They're coming by. These are the American Legion folks that are coming by in their motorcycles, and they're from the Combat Veterans Association is who these motorcyclists are representing. The Combat Veterans Association. Once again, we want to thank some of our sponsors: St. Robert Auto Supply, Post Pond in St. Robert, and Paul's Furniture of St. Robert and Rolla, helping to sponsor this year's Veterans Day Parade in downtown Waynesville, right here on 97.9 The Source.
Got a float here, and we'll see who they are. They have a flag, but it's kind of limp right at the moment. It's a veterans organization of some kind. Could it be Vietnam veterans? I'm not sure.
The Combat Veterans, that's part of the Combat Veterans Association. That's their float as well. And we've got another float coming by, and then the Waynesville High School Band will be marching past us in just about a minute and a half here as they come down the street.
I see a truck and actually a flatbed carrying children, and they're actually flying the Marine Corps flag.
That's the Marine Corps League, apparently. They're from the Pulaski Young Marines group is coming by, and they've got a nice little float with a man in his Marine dress.
Yes, yeah. I always liked the Marine dress, and actually it's not blue, I don't suppose.
No, it's a navy blue. There must be something about us, Gary, because they sent Sean Wilson threw us Airheads, and now this guy just threw us a Dum Dum. So
okay, what? I don't know how to say that. This must be Waynesville High School.
Yeah, the Waynesville High School marching band. Wow, they are probably 110 strong, and they're playing "You're a Grand Old Flag" with their 3 drum majors and their beautiful uniforms with the plumes on top of their helmets, on their hats rather. Looks like we have a junior ROTC member in there as well because he's wearing his uniform. Listen to the Waynesville High School Band.
I like as they go by, I've noticed they're in time and playing an instrument, which is kind of hard to do for a person who cannot do 2 things at once at the same time. I really admire them for doing this.
So you were never a member of the marching band then, Gary, were you?
No.
It's not that difficult once you learn how to do it. Junior ROTC units are coming by right now, I believe, or is this actually members of the Marine Corps? Looks like we have recruits from the United States Army right now, and looks like they're basic trainees because you have PFCs and these are basic trainees from the United States Army in their new green uniforms, which are beautiful. And we have lots of the drill sergeants are coming by as well, and then following that we have the Marine Corps marching in their dress blues, and then following that is the Navy and some of the Navy detachment here at Fort Leonard Wood. Thank you.
And you can tell they're the Navy because they have those white hats that are kind of funny looking.
So we got, as a matter of fact, all 4 of the main services are represented. We have the Army, followed by the Marines and the Navy, and here come the Air Force, followed by another Army unit, or ROTC unit, looks like, the Waynesville Junior ROTC Battalion. We have the Air Force from the 782nd Training Battalion, and then the Waynesville High School Tiger Battalion of the Junior ROTC marching past us right now on the Veterans Day Parade here in downtown Waynesville.
Absolutely awesome. Might mention for the military who are here and taking part in the parade, this is their day off.
It is their day off. Well,
they're giving up their day off to take part in the annual Waynesville St. Robert area Veterans Day Parade.
I know it was always an honor for us to take part in it when I was in the Army Band. We were proud to be part of the Veterans Day Parade here in downtown Waynesville. The Assistants Association of the Missouri Veterans Cemetery at Fort Leonard Wood is coming by now with their float, and following that we have another flag coming to us, and looks like we have the Taxes Made Easy and Rockets Roller Derby. Rockets, you were in the roller derby when you were younger, weren't you, Gary?
I don't know if they're talking about roller derby as I know or not, but no, I could never stay up. Well, yes, you're right. I could never stay up on roller skates. I gave up early on that. Here's a USO.
We have the USO people throwing out candy in their red, white, and blue Suburban. Once again, we want to thank some of our sponsors from the Veterans Day Parade. Bell's Extended Stay of St. Robert, Judy's Place in Devil's Elbow, and Life Care Center of Waynesville, just a few of our sponsors sponsoring this Veterans Day Parade on 97.9 The Source.
There's a classic car right there.
That's my kind of Mustang right there. That's the old 60s style. Nice.
Beautifully restored, I guess, and kept in shape. It's orange color. We have a Jeep going by right now. And this may be, looking at my sheet here, this may be Portlander Wood Jeeping, I'm guessing.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
And happy Veterans Day from whom now? I cannot see. Honoring all veterans today. These are from a scouting group. Boy Scout, yeah. Still, I can see down the city route, and there's actually a whole lot of other entries that are still in the parade. So we've got some way to go before this parade is over with, Steve.
Yep, we're in the Boy Scouts right now. Let me look at my sheet here. The Girl Scouts of Missouri, Missouri, the Missouri Heartland, and the Boy Scout Troop 150 is what is coming down. The Boy Scouts of America Troop 150 from St. Robert is marching in the parade today.
We will have some commercial displays later on, that is businesses as well as the organizations that have floats that they have brought into the parade to show them off. A little bit of lull in activities. I think we may have had some children go out on the pavement there, and so that stopped the trucks coming down the roadway. Don't want any accidents to spoil the day. And it's kind of strange here. Let's see what group they represent as they come down the roadway. Steve?
The Yeti Shack.
It's the what?
That is the Yeti Shack. Whatever
Okay.
the Yeti Shack is.
Born Ready Coast Guard, it says.
And that they're the few, the proud, the Marine. They're just here to represent as well. And then we've got a vehicle here from. Looks like they have. It's just an advertisements going off and on there. Looks like one of the stations.
But like I said, this is really the commercial part of the parade where different businesses, that are participating in the parade come and take part. We have the Office of Emergency Management for Pulaski County now rolling by here.
That's a nice looking Silverado they're driving as well. Following them is looks like another
Shriners, isn't it?
Shriners of Missouri are marching through as well. So we're happy to have the Shriners represented here at the Veterans Day Parade in downtown Waynesville. Thanks again to some of our sponsors, Gasco Sage Electric and G-Tech, Fiber Network High-Speed Internet, also Pepsi Cola Bottling, and St. Robert Family Dental, just a few of our sponsors at the Veterans Day Parade.
And let's see, the wind keeps blowing my papers here, so.
The 30th Masonic District of Missouri is coming up after the Shriners. They have everything in alphabetical order for us, and the parade is not in alphabetical order, so we're trying to figure out which person is coming up next. But next up is the Freemasons in Action, the 30th Mason District of Missouri.
And what is that? I think we have some Masonic drivers there.
They're driving little barrel scooters, which I think if once we decide that we need a new company vehicle, we should get one of those barrel scooters for you to drive around in, Gary, because I think you'd look good in that.
That's about as close to the pavement as you can get on a vehicle.
Next up is the Pulaski County IORG Assembly number 78 of Waynesville. And an old school fire truck is coming down the road now on the Veterans Day Parade. It's part of the Shriners. That's their, they have their little barrel cars, and there looks like an old Model A or Model T, maybe?
I don't know, but it says a sign there celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Abu Ben Adam organization. And what is this now?
Looks like car designs.
I guess they're all a member of a car club, because we've got a lot of cars in a row now coming down.
Looks like a detailed car club. A lot of new cars with the air wings on them, and then there's a new Mustang. It's basically one of your area local car clubs from the Missouri area here.
Someone driving a Mustang convertible in a cold day like today. Well, that's all right. Howdy. And Steve, you have gone out to look at the cars going
Yes.
by. There's a flag there.
That was the Faux Show Car Club.
Can you say that real quick a couple of times?
Faux Show Car Club. Faux Show Car Club. Faux Show Car Club.
Waynesville Rural Fire Protection District have brought a truck, and it's rolling by here. Not one of the larger trucks that they have, but certainly a very nice one. Oh.
You like it when they do the horns like that, don't you, Gary? Yes.
I do.
Next up, we have another float with kids in it. We're trying to see where these guys are from. It looks like they are. Do you see it, Gary, or not?
I do not see them. They have a picture of Snoopy along the side waving an American flag there. Are these the Campfire Girls, or?
That could very well be, yes.
And little break in the parade. Where are they putting all these people? I think they wind up in the city park in Waynesville and then start to leave after the parade is over with. Choices for people. And choices for people, connecting people through choices. I believe that is organization that is participated in this area. It says over 65 years helping people with disabilities, so that's important there.
Salvation Army is coming up now. They have their bell ringers going, which is of course the start of the holiday season. You'll see the bell ringers at all the stores, and they're walking through, and they have a absolutely huge Salvation Army kettle being towed by one of their trucks, and it's really kind of cool. It almost looks like a water tower.
And riding there in front of the Salvation Army big bucket there is the honorary chairperson for this year's Tree of Lights campaign, Connie Erickson, or Arison, I should say, from Dixon, Missouri. Looks like she's having fun.
It's nice to see everybody out and about. Trail Life is coming through now with a float that has a little tent on it with the kids in the back saying thank you, veterans. So thank you to Trail Life for being a part of the Veterans Day Parade here in Waynesville.
Right. And we have a big, big, big truck. Is that a semi?
We have a semi-truck with a flatbed on the back that could probably hold the entire Waynesville City Band, or the Waynesville Marching Band. But they have hay bales on there with kids riding, and they're representing, looks like it's representing Wharton Cattle Company in Waynesville. And they have the logos of the different military, the Air Force, Marines, Army, Coast Guard, and the Navy's logos on there with kids on hay bales throwing out candy, thanking the veterans for everything that they do.
I don't know if you know, but Wharton is the name of a community, an old community in Pulaski County that I think as a community has pretty much been displaced by progress.
Ah, I did not know that. See, it's nice to have somebody who's been around like you for at least 10 years.
Don't rub it in.
Waynesville Rural Fire Protection has another truck coming by right now.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, the different fire districts and fire protection units in the county, people need to know that those fire trucks cost quite a bit of money. It takes a lot to maintain them and everything. Home of the PRE, and that is real estate, yeah.
Next Home Realty comes by when they have a dog in their vehicle and they've got a float on the back, and that's followed by another looks like an old school VW Bug that has the Air Force's old school World War II logo on the side, which is kind of cool.
Again, another fire truck from the Waynesville Rural Fire Protection District. A rescue truck. Still looking down the city route, and I do not see an end to the parade. So this is really a long and a very good parade for people to see.
It is. And coming up next is a Jeep with Walker Real Estate on it. So thank you to Walker Real Estate for being part of the Veterans Day Parade here in downtown Waynesville. Want to thank some of our sponsors once again. Bell's Extended Stay of St. Robert, Judy's Place in Devil's Elbow, and Life Care Center of Waynesville. Just a few of our sponsors helping out with the Veterans Day Parade here on 97.9 The Source.
And we've got dogs going by. These must be the dogs that the MPs have at Fort Wood.
It's the Army Canine Corps. It looks like they're the Army, and they have a couple of German Shepherds and Labs. Yeah, it's the Army Canine Corps.
Make a quick move, Steve, and see if they take out after you.
No. And I don't have any contraband in my pocket, so we're good here. Hot dogs. That's the new gourmet hot dog place in downtown Waynesville is going by now with another float.
They're not throwing out hot dogs. I'm disappointed.
Maybe they're candy that's shaped as hot dogs. I don't know.
Look at this.
That's beautiful. It's another float with Uncle Sam in a big puffy thing from New Key Realty, LLC. So there's another realtor driving through on the Veterans Day, and a fifth Waynesville Rural Fire Protection District. They really spaced out their trucks today, didn't they?
They really did. Well, what a wonderful day it has turned out to be. It's cold, yeah, chilly, I'll say that. But it is sunny now, just like we promised in our weather forecast. And this morning when it was raining, so I'm happy about that.
See, Marv knew what he was doing when he built the forecast today. He told us it was going to be sunny, and it is sunny right now, so that's awesome. DNS, looks like DNS icons. It's a race car.
It's a realty. I can't read what it is there, but they are pulling a race car. And next up, I think we may be having another real estate company going by. Well, it says United Veterans. Yeah, United Veterans.
Yep. Home Sweet Home Properties is another one going by right now. They have people handing out bags for the candy. That's a smart thing to do. I'm going to grab a bag.
And actually, they're very, very nice and very picturesque because they are flying large American flags in the trunk of the truck. The Rotary Club of Pulaski County next up, taking part in this today. Holy. And now we have one of the delivery trucks from Aaron's Furniture, Electronics, and Appliances. They're located in St. Robert. And finally, we have a fire truck from the city of St. Robert. starting to roll by. I have several kids that are in these trucks waving to the crowd here. Howdy. And we've got a Jeep pulling a flatbed here from Ruby's Landing River Resort, which is north of Waynesville on Highway 17. Actually, it's off Highway 17, but on the Gasconade.
Yeah, that's actually a Humvee with Ruby's Land. It must be the Ruby's Landing Humvee they have there. It's a beautiful, beautiful vehicle. Old school Army Humvee with a tractor trailer, or with a trailer being pulled on the back.
It's the Waynesville St. Robert Area Chamber of Commerce Veterans Day Parade. It's going on right now in downtown Waynesville.
And
The NAACP, I think it is.
Yes, that's the NAACP driving by in a Suburban, and then they've got an old GMC truck from All Safe Self Storage. So they're part of the parade as well. And we want to thank some of our sponsors once again, Two Blondes Salon and Action Automotive of St. Robert, and the Bank of Missouri, just some of our sponsors for the Veterans Day Parade today.
Notice that All Safe Self Storage, World War II veteran Henry Rothbauer, I believe they have in memory of him displayed in the trunk. Cross Country Realty next up here, rolling by. This other truck in back of them, we have the black truck. This also may be from Cross Country Realty, but no sign right there. We have tanker 1661. Well, we wouldn't have any trouble if we had a fire to break out. Do you think?
Well, we're safe here. I just fear for the places that aren't in the parade route, because there's no all the fire trucks are here today.
Not all of them, I can tell you that. Yeah. St. Robert tanker 1661. Pulaski County 911 being trailed by some very eager motorcycle riders.
Yes, we have the Pulaski County 911 fire, police, and EMS with their motorcycles and three-wheelers behind it, and then we have a bunch of new vehicles coming behind that, which is pretty much getting close to the end of the parade. We're coming towards the end of it. I just want to throw out another thank you to some of our sponsors: Paul's Furniture of St. Robert and Rolla Postpon in St. Robert, and St. Robert Auto Supply, helping us bring you the Veterans Day Parade on 97.9 The Source.
Now we have some more vehicles go by, but I really can't tell you what they are. No sign there. But we have a flag in this truck here that we maybe can see as it rolls by. And also now another black truck pulling a boat behind it. So Steve's going to check on what organization this is with. And we'll get to see, oh, we got some music too. Oh, this is King Solomon's Lodge number 15 of Port Leonard Wood, Missouri. That's who it is. And they have a live DJ.
Yeah, we should hire him. He's really good. It's from one of the King Solomon Lodge is got a DJ with a nitro. I don't know if you said a nitro boat with a 175 horse Mercury on it.
I have no idea what it was, but I'm glad you know. But this is the first time we've had a live DJ that I can remember on our Veterans Day Parade, or any parade for that matter.
Coming up here on one of our last floats of the Veterans Day Parade is what chapter is that?
Well, we'll get it here. I can't.
Bathsheba chapter of Fort Leonard Wood of the Order of the Easter Star. Chapter number 14 coming by here on the Veterans Day Parade, followed by on-site towing and and recovery. The towing and recovery truck is coming by now. They've got bales of hay on the back and ladies tossing out candy to the kids. The kids are getting a lot of candy today at the Veterans Day Parade. Lots and lots of candy being thrown today. And that's followed by the Tri-County Fire Protection District, the truck number 51.
That's from the Richland area. And I see two guys carrying the cross. I think this is a carry the cross people here.
Okay.
As they wave. Howdy.
Always, when I see Engine 51, I just think of the TV show Emergency in the 70s. That was Engine 51. So that's how old I am.
This is 1351, but that's all right. We'll give you poetic license.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. The Ambassadors
Howdy.
Club. How you doing, sir? Happy Veterans Day. The Ambassadors Club is coming up next.
Carrying the cross, one of the members is Joe Grumney, who we have talked to many times before. He takes part in the Carry the Cross from time to time, during like Easter and all that.
Yeah.
The Ambassador Club of the Chamber of Commerce now finally showing up and making an appearance, and I believe this might be the end of the parade with the Waynesville police cars, and we'll see regular traffic go by after this.
We have the Waynesville Police are bringing up the rear with other vehicles coming through that are not part of the parade. So this pretty much wraps up the 2022 Waynesville St. Robert Veterans Day Parade, and I want to thank all of our sponsors once again: Gasco Sage Electric and G-Tech Fiber Network high-speed internet. Also the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, St. Robert Family Dental, Two Blondes Salon, Action Automotive of St. Robert, the Bank of Missouri, Bell's Extended Stay of St. Robert, Judy's Place in Devil's Elbow, Life Care Center of Waynesville, Paul's Furniture of St. Robert and Rolla, Post Pond in St. Robert, and St. Robert Auto Supply are fine sponsors for this, the 2022 Waynesville St. Robert Veterans Day Parade.
Been great calling this parade with you, Steve.
Yeah. I'm glad, and you were right. You didn't need a wool hat today. It turned out to be a nice day.
Yeah, all right. And it has turned out to be a nice day just for this parade. With the sunshine, it's pretty comfortable. The winds kind of have laid back a bit, and the enthusiasm has been up there way high. These people that have been watching the parade, especially the children along the way.
Yes, and don't forget, as you spend the rest of your day, your Veterans Day today, thank a veteran when you see them. Let them know that you're very grateful for the service that they served for you, for America, and for everybody.
All right, we're going to send it back to the station now, and Connor will be taking over the controls at the station to get our programming back on the air, our regular programming back on the air, right here at 97.9 FM.